Hello Bama fans! He almost committed to Bama, but ended up committing to the Vols? That's weird and awful. Subscribe to the channel before the news comes out. In the world of college football, where recruiting decisions can change the fate of entire programs, Faison Brandon's story is one of those moments that gives any Alabama fan pause. This isn't just another talented player who chose another team. This is a missed opportunity that could have further cemented the Crimson Tide's legacy. And yes, that may sound like an exaggeration to some, but when it comes to Kalen DeBoer and his vision for Alabama's future, every piece that falls apart is a reminder that even at the top, the job is never done. The revelation that Faison Brandon almost committed to Alabama before opting for the Tennessee Vols is one that resonates like a disturbing echo in the halls of Tuscaloosa. It's no secret that the Crimson Tide have been a well-oiled recruiting machine over the years, but stories like this show that things don't always turn smoothly. According to 247 Sports Tom Loy, a 24-hour turnaround, a blink of an eye on the recruiting calendar, resulted in the five-star quarterback going to Knoxville instead of Tuscaloosa. It's hard not to wonder, will this decision haunt Alabama in the future? Faison Brandon isn't just another name on a prospect list. He's the kind of player who can transform a program. He combines physical strength with impressive athleticism. Hudson Stanish, also of 247 Sports, noted that Brandon is electric when he has to use his legs and that his accuracy on the second and third levels of the defense has improved significantly. That's the kind of description that makes any coach's eyes light up. When you combine that with the fact that he barely dropped a pass during the All-American Bowl Combine, it's clear why both Alabama and Tennessee were in the running for him. But in the end, it was Tennessee who came out on top. The question remains, what happened? How did a player who was so close to donning Alabama's red and white end up choosing the Vols orange? One could argue that Tennessee did a great job recruiting, and there's certainly merit to that. However, when a talent like Brandon slips away, it's impossible not to wonder if there was a strategic error on Alabama's part. Did Kalen DeBoer and his staff underestimate Brandon's interest from other programs? Or did they simply fail to convince him that Tuscaloosa was the right place for him? These are questions that will likely only be answered with time. What we do know is that Brandon appears to be fully committed to Tennessee now. He's publicly stated that he's solidly with the Vols and has even been instrumental in trying to lure other top talent to Knoxville. This is concerning for Alabama because we're not just talking about losing a player, we're talking about losing someone who could have been an icon within the program. Plus, Brandon has the potential to be a roving recruiter, bringing other elite players to Tennessee. If that happens, the impact of this decision could be felt for years. Sure, Alabama is still Bama. The program remains a national powerhouse, and no one in their right mind doubts Kalen DeBoer's ability to build competitive teams. But stories like Faison Brandon's serve as a cautionary tale. In the world of college football, where the difference between winning and losing can be so small, every recruiting decision counts. And when you lose a player of Brandon's caliber to a direct rival like Tennessee, it hurts a lot. The future is still uncertain. Maybe Alabama can make up for this loss with other key recruiting pieces. Maybe Brandon won't be all they hope he will be. But for now, this story is a reminder that even at the top, the work is never done. For Crimson Tide fans, all that's left is to hope that this decision doesn't become a chapter they'd rather forget. Let's move on. Scott Cochran is building something special at West Alabama, and the way he's bringing together familiar figures from Alabama's past is a move that not only resonates with Crimson Tide fans, but also brings a sense of nostalgia and renewed purpose to the Tigers program. The hiring of Blake Sims as receivers coach and Ronnie Clark as running backs coach is more than just a coincidence, it's a clear statement of intent. Cochran knows exactly what he's doing by bringing these former Alabama players onto his staff, and it has everything to do with energy, leadership, and the kind of winning mentality they can instill in UWA's young athletes. Blake Sims, in particular, is a name that brings back vivid memories for any Alabama fan. He was the player who surprised many during his 2014 starting season when he beat out Jake Coker for the starting quarterback position. Sims may not have been the traditional prototype for a quarterback at Alabama, but his versatility, quickness, and ability to improvise made him unique. He brought an electric dimension to the Crimson Tide offense that fans still remember fondly. Now, as receivers coach, Sims has the opportunity to mold the next generation of players, passing on not only his technical skills but also the passion and work ethic that define him as a player. Scott Cochran emphasized this in his statement about Sims' hiring. What he brings off the field is why he's a great fit for this position. That statement says a lot. Cochran isn't just hiring Sims for his experience at Alabama or his playing resume. He's banking on the infectious energy and genuine enthusiasm that Sims has demonstrated throughout his career. Sims has a natural connection with players, something that will be crucial to developing talent at receiver. He knows what it's like to be under pressure, make quick decisions and execute plays that require precision and creativity. These are qualities that can be passed on to his charges. On the other hand, the hiring of Ronnie Clark to coach the running backs adds another layer of depth to Cochran's project. Clark, who played running back at Alabama from 2014 to 2018, brings a different but equally valuable background. He wasn't a player who got the spotlight in Tuscaloosa, but his dedication and perseverance within the program spoke volumes. Clark faced challenges, including injuries, but always maintained his professional demeanor and willingness to contribute where needed. That resilient mindset is something he will certainly bring to the UWA running backs group. Cochran made it clear that Clark will be instrumental in improving the quality of the Tigers' running game. "I know he will make the running backs much better with his attention to detail and playing fast and physical," Cochran said. That description reflects exactly what Clark represented as a player, someone who valued effort, small adjustments, and intensity on the field. He may not have been a household name during his time at Alabama, but his experience and understanding of the game make him a solid choice for this role. These hires also have a larger significance for the UWA program. Cochran is creating a culture that is built on shared values and a mindset of excellence. By bringing in Sims and Clark, he is injecting the team with a dose of Alabama DNA, the competitive mindset that defines great programs. This doesn't mean UWA will magically transform into a college football juggernaut overnight, but it is a clear sign that Cochran is committed to building something lasting and impactful. Plus, there is something symbolic about these former Alabama players returning to the football world at a smaller level, but with great potential. Sims and Clark have spent the last few years working at the high school level, helping to mold young talent and learning the nuances of coaching. That experience at the grassroots level of the sport is invaluable, as they understand how to connect with younger, less experienced players. Now, they are ready to apply those lessons to the college environment, where they can make a real difference. The hiring of Sims and Clark is a reflection of Scott Cochran's leadership style. He's not just building a coaching staff, he's building a family. A family that shares values, experiences, and a common vision for success. For UWA fans, this is exciting. For Alabama fans, it's a chance to see two beloved former players continue to grow and thrive in the game they love. And for Sims and Clark, it's an opportunity to make their mark on a new chapter in their careers. Let's get moving. Alabama offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb has a clear plan to maximize the potential of Ryan Williams, one of the standouts in the Crimson Tide wide receiver room. With the spring season approaching and A-Day set for April 12th at Bryant-Denny Stadium, Alabama fans have reason to be excited about what could be in store for Grubb's offense. And at the center of that excitement is Ryan Williams, a player who already showed his worth as a freshman and now appears ready to take the next step in his career. Since arriving at Alabama, Williams has drawn attention not only for his impressive physical skills, but also for his work ethic and dedication to continuous improvement. Grubb emphasized this by noting that Williams is a sponge in meetings, always in the front row, asking questions and looking to improve. That growth mindset is something Grubb deeply values, and he believes that type of approach will be key to Williams' development in year 2. On the field, Williams has already proven to be a lethal weapon. During his freshman season, he led the Crimson Tide with 865 receiving yards and scored 8 touchdowns on 48 receptions, impressive numbers for someone in his first college campaign. But what really sets Williams apart is his versatility. He's not just an outside receiver who relies on his speed to evade defenders, he can also play inside routes, creating additional challenges for opposing defenses. This ability to adapt to different roles on offense is what makes Grubb consider him a unique player. Williams' ability to make contested catches is another trait that makes him special. On multiple occasions last year, he demonstrated an uncanny ability to win one-on-ones with defenders, often in critical situations. This quality will be further explored in Grubb's offensive scheme, which constantly seeks to put his players in positions where they can make the most impact. With Bernard mentioning that Williams is one of the natural leaders of the group, someone the younger players look up to, it's clear that he's becoming a central piece both on and off the field. Another interesting aspect of Grubb's plan is how he intends to integrate Williams alongside other emerging talents at the wide receiver position. Jeremy Bernard, for example, is a player Grubb has used in the past and who also played a key role in Alabama's offense last year. The combination of Bernard and Williams creates a dangerous dynamic for opposing defenses, especially when you consider the additional depth that players like Isaiah Horton and Rico Scott bring. This healthy competition within the receiver group only tends to raise the bar for everyone, and Williams appears to be at the forefront of that race. Grubb also noted that Williams is ready to take the next step. That statement carries significant weight, as it suggests that the coordinator sees Williams as not just a talented player, but someone who can become a star on the national stage. To that end, Grubb will likely use Williams in a variety of alignments, from vertical routes that exploit his speed to intermediate plays that require precision and timing with the quarterback. Additionally, his ability to play inside routes will allow Alabama to explore more complex concepts, forcing defenses to make tough decisions about how to cover him. The spring A-Day game will be a crucial opportunity for Williams to showcase his progress and solidify his role in the offense. Alabama fans will be watching Grubb's use of his receivers, especially Williams, in simulated game situations. It will be a chance to see how the offensive scheme is evolving and how Williams fits into that larger plan. Based on what Grubb has said so far, it appears Williams will be a key piece, someone the coordinator trusts to make big plays and create explosive plays. Alabama's college football success relies heavily on having reliable weapons on offense, and Ryan Williams appears destined to be one of those weapons. His combination of physical talent, versatility, and hard-working mentality puts him in prime position to become one of the best receivers in the country. Under Ryan Grubb's guidance, Williams has the potential to excel even further and help the Crimson Tide maintain its place among the game's giants. As the 2024 season approaches, all eyes will be on Ryan Williams and the Alabama offense. If Grubb can implement his plan effectively, Williams could not only be a key player on the team, but a difference maker in the near future. Comment below.